Oh, a canker sore and it hurts. I don't even know how to talk anymore. I can't breathe. How do you get rid of these things? It's because I'm so stressed out. No! No! Welcome back. So I've decided that this week I want to be drugstore week on my channel. So this is going to be the first of 2 drugstore looks that I'm going to put up this week. This one is more of a nighttime clubbing makeup look. So it's a really nice black glittery smoky eye and it's using all drugstore products, so that's exciting. And then later on in the week we're going to have a more daytime, like everyday makeup look, obviously still glamorous because you know me. And then I'm also going to be doing a drugstore starter kit video because I always get questions on like, what should I buy when I go to buy makeup at the drugstore, and a lot of people don't know. So I figured it would be a really useful video, but that is later on in the week. Today we're going to be doing this beautiful dark glittery smoky eye. I've just been loving smoky eyes lately, like I can't get enough of them, and it's with a really nice beautiful nude lip. Going out to the club doesn't mean you have to spend a bunch of money on your makeup or get your makeup done. You can just get your stuff from the drugstore and you'll still look just as fabulous. So if you want to learn how to get this nighttime clubbing makeup look using all drugstore products, then just keep watching. Hey guys, so I've already got my eyebrows on. I'm gonna apologize for the lighting now because it's really dreary outside, so I don't know how it's gonna affect it, but I hope not too much. But yeah, we're just gonna start on the eyes. I'm first going to lay down some eye primer. I just have the e.l.f. eye primer here. This is probably the cheapest primer you're ever gonna get. I think it's only $1, so I'm basically just going to put this on my eyelids to prime for any eyeshadow that we have going on for the look. For $1, honestly, this is an awesome primer. Like, it keeps everything in place just as good as any other primer I have. And yeah, I like it a lot. Now that our primer's on, I'm just going to lay down a piece of tape at the corner of each eye just to ensure that we get a nice crisp clean line. And as always, I put it on the back of my hand first to take off like the excess stickiness. Then I line it up from the corner of my eye to the end of my eyebrow and just lay it down. Oh, by the way, everything I use for my brows will be listed in the description box, and it is all drugstore products. Okay, so we're going to start with our transition color as we usually do. This is Bella Cappuccino from Milani. This is absolutely my favorite transition color from the drugstore. The formula of these eyeshadows are awesome, and they're only $5, so I definitely recommend them. So I'm going to take this color on an E40 brush from Sigma, just tap it in, and then we're going to buff it throughout our entire crease just to make a nice blendy color in there to make sure that everything is a nice gradient. And because this is a clubbing look, I'm going to take a slightly darker color. This is Bella Caffe, and it's just slightly darker than Bella Cappuccino. And this is going to go on an E25 brush from Sigma, and we're going to put this more directly in the crease just to deepen it up a little bit more. I'm just building on this color so I can get it as deep as I'd like it to be. Not too deep, but I definitely want to create some depth in that crease, so I'm piling it on. And I'm using like the flat end of my brush just to kind of give that a nice tapered line within the crease. So before we put our lid color down, I want to put a nice black base for it to stick to. So I'm going to use my NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in the shade Black Bean. This is absolutely the best base for smoky eyes. So I'm just basically going to put this on the lid. I'm going to keep it kind of low because I don't want it to go too far up into the crease. So I'm basically just gonna line my lid with it. And then I'm going to take a brush and blend it out. And because we want this to stay low on the lid, this black base, I'm going to use this short shader E20 brush from Sigma. And I'm going to keep it below the crease, so you just want to blend it out on that lid space. So drag your brush down because if you flick it upward, it might go too high up. So just drag it down and blend it out that way so it doesn't go too far up on your lid. And make sure you kind of press it into your lashes so there's no gaps between your lashes either. So it's like a nice opaque black color on your lid. And then we're finally going to go in with our star of the show. This is the Revlon Diamond Lust eyeshadow in the shade Night Sky. And isn't this beautiful? It's like a black with a whole bunch of different colored glitters in it. And I think it's just perfect for like a night out clubbing. So this is why I'm basing basically this entire look on this one eyeshadow. So to put this eyeshadow on, I'm going to take my F70 concealer brush, which is my favorite eyeshadow brush for putting on like glitters and pressed pigments on the eyes because it's synthetic. And I'm first going to wet it with my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. It doesn't have to be this. You can use the matte one if you have it. Basically just get your brush wet with anything that you have. And I'm just going to take that wet brush and dip it into this eyeshadow, and it's going to foil it. And you really want to rub it in there so that it gets a lot of product on the brush. And I'm just going to pack this over that black base that we put down. Okay, so now that we have that beautiful sparkly color on the lid, as you can tell, it's very like choppy and there's really no blend in that crease. So I'm going to take this shade, which is Panther by Wet n Wild, and it's just a basic black matte shade, and I'm going to put it on this E32 Exact Blend brush, which is a nice small blendy type brush. I'm going to dip it in there and then tap off the extra, and I'm basically just going to run this right along where that glittery color ends, just to kind of blend it into those transition shades that we put down before. And take your time with this step because you don't want it to end up looking messy, so really just take your time. And if any of that glitter goes away, we can always pack on some more later, which is what I plan on doing anyway. So just very softly run this through the crease, and the brush is basically just going to do all the blending for you. And now we're going to go back to Bella Cappuccino, and this time on an E25 brush. Just dip it in there, and we're just going to go right where the black ends and make that transition a little bit smoother. And because I want some extra pop to that glitter, I'm going to wet my concealer brush again and dip it back into that Starry Night color and just pack on a little bit more onto the lid to get that sparkle back. And this time you can bring it a little further up if you want the glitter to go a little bit higher. And to highlight the brow bone quickly, I'm going to take an E55 eye shading brush into this color called Bella Sand. It's a really nice like shimmery highlight shade. And I'm just going to quickly highlight my brow bone. I'm placing the color right at the highest point of my brow and then dispersing it out. I'm trying to think if I want to do winged liner. I actually don't think I do for this look, or do I? So I've decided I want to do just a very thin line of winged liner. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. cream eyeliner in the shade black, and I'm going to line my lids with my E05 eyeliner brush. Okay, and now I'm going to peel off the tape, and we're left with that nice crisp line at the edge of our eyes. So now I'm going to coat my lashes in some mascara and put on some falsies. I'm going to use my Voluminous False Fiber Lashes Mascara from L'Oreal, and then pop on these Red Cherry No. 43s, which are quickly becoming my favorite lashes ever. Okay, so my lashes are on now. I'm just going to quickly clean up any fallout with this little eye makeup remover like stick. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the skin. I'm first going to prime my skin with this NYX Angel Veil Primer, probably my favorite drugstore primer ever. Not that there's really that many drugstore primers, but this one is definitely my favorite. And for foundation, I chose to use my L'Oreal True Match foundation. I am in the shade N3 Natural Buff. And I basically chose to choose this because it's a good old standby. Basically, everybody will probably love it. Honestly, I don't know anybody that doesn't like this stuff, so it's a good standby, and I love wearing it out at night. I think it's great for like flash photography, taking pictures at night. I don't know, it's just a good standby. So I'm going to put that on with my Sigma Flat Top Kabuki brush. Okay, so foundation's on, and we're going to move on to concealer. I'm going to use my Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer. This is in the shade Very Fair Light. So I'm going to use this to conceal under my eyes and highlight too, because we all like to have that Kim K glow when we go out at night, don't we? So I'm going to take that in like a triangle motion under my eyes. I go crazy with the concealer, guys, you know this. So then I'm going to go down my nose, up on my forehead in like a fan little thing. Wow, this is the ugliest fan ever. Then Cupid's bow and chin. And I also like to take a little around my mouth to cover any redness. And I'm going to blend all of this out with my F64 Soft Blend Concealer Brush from Sigma. And to blend this out, I like to tap it into my skin with the brush. And when I go out at night, I like to do some cream contouring. So I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Foundation Stick Concealer. This is in the shade 330 Toffee, which is way darker than my skin tone, which is why I use it for contouring. So I'm going to start under my jawline, or not under my jawline, like in the hollows of my cheeks, then a little bit around my temples and my forehead to contour that, down the sides of my nose, under my lip, and then along my jawline. And then I'm going to blend all of that out with this F55 Small Duo Fiber Brush. Okay, so to set under my eyes, I'm going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte, good old standby. Love this stuff. I think it's absolutely great for basically any skin tone. So I'm going to take this on my F25 like tapered face brush. I don't know, I always call it my tulip brush. And I'm just going to set under my eyes with that. And then I'm actually going to take that same brush with this Smooth Skin Sunny Bronzer from NYC, and I'm going to set my contour with that. And then since we're already working on the cheeks, I'll just finish them up. I'm going to use this blush, which is called Mauve from NYX. It's a basic, like, nice neutral pink color, so it's not going to contrast too much with the eyes, but it's also not too basic where you can't really see anything on your cheeks. So I'm putting that on with my Sigma F40 brush, my favorite blush brush ever. And then to highlight, I'm going to take my e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Blush Gems. I don't know why I couldn't talk just there. But yeah, I'm going to take that on my E50 Large Fluff Brush, because this like really makes it way more pigmented with this brush rather than like a fluffier one. So I'm just going to rub that in the brush and highlight my cheekbones. And this stuff is like a mega glow, like perfect for clubbing. Absolutely love it. And it's only like, can't remember if it's $3 or $1. It might just be $1. Oh my god, this is honestly one of my favorite highlighters ever, and it's so cheap. Like, look at that glow. Ooh, ooh. Putting on highlighter is like my favorite thing to do ever. Okay, since this is a nice clubbing smoky eye, I'm going to take my L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Eye Kohl and align my waterline with it. And then first I'm going to take Bella Caffe on this E47 brush, this tiny little crease brush. And I'm basically just going to blend this on my lower lash line. And then once that is on, I'm going to take that Starry Night eyeshadow on, this time an E15 flat to finer brush. And I'm basically just going to push this into my lower lashes. And then I'm going to go back with that tiny little crease brush and no additional product, and just blend a little more to smoke it out. And then with this Domed Utility E34 brush, I'm going to take that Bella Sand color again and just highlight the inner corner. And then quickly to finish up, I'm going to coat my lower lashes with that same L'Oreal mascara. And then for lips, we're actually just going to keep it really simple. I'm going to start by lining them with my favorite lip liner from the drugstore. This is Jordana's Tawny, and it's just a really pretty nude color. So I started by just outlining the shape of my lips, and now on the inner corners, or the outer corners I mean, I'm just going to kind of fade this color in. And then the lipstick we'll be using today is Ferris Nude from L'Oreal, the best nude lipstick ever. Okay ladies, that is basically it for this look. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment down below letting me know your thoughts on it. And remember to subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with all of my new videos. I love you so much. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye love.